Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Perhaps you're one of those who asked the question, where are all the other political parties aside the PDP and the APC? The APC, the ruling party at the center, the PDP, the party that was ousted by the APC. But aside that, we have several other political parties in the least 20-something that we have running in Nigeria after INEC delisted some of the political parties running over 64 or so at a time. But tonight, what are the roles of political parties in Nigeria in the process of building the nation? Tonight, we have two of the political parties and their leaders with us. They're joining us from our Abuja studio. Raf Nwosu is the national chairman of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, and Bishop Amachree, Bishop is his first name. If you're wondering, Bishop Amachree is the national chairman of the Young Progressives Party. A lot of people ask me if Bishop is your title or your name, but I tell them it's your name. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on tonight. So, the big question is, tonight, is the role of political parties in Nigeria in building the nation. Perhaps, let me come to you, Mr. Amachree. In the position that we have right now, and the question people ask, why are we not seeing other political parties aside those political parties that they call the major political parties, the ruling, the major opposition political parties? What exactly is happening within the political space?
Well, Sean, thank you for this question, but I want to say very categorical that it's not true that other political parties are not, in the political space working. I can speak for the Young Progressives Party, and I know since inception, since coming on board of the YPP 2017, 7th of June 2017, we have been on top of the game. We are always continue to participate in every electioneering contest. And not just only that, we have also continue to evolve, carry out the mandate of the party, the riding mantra of the party, which is service to humanity. And I think the archives are there to speak for us. If you Google into the website, you will see a lot of things about the YPP, what we have done since, the coming on board of Young Progressives Party. The reason is that why people ask this kind of question is because people are used to the other two identical, two political parties, which is the PDP and the APC, using taxpayers' money, resources, to water the ground, for their way, to power. And they think that is the best way to go to some people. But I think it's a very wrong kind of thinking for any Nigerian to be thinking that way. So these two other big parties, so to speak, like they call them, for me, I believe the advantage they have, the edge they have as against some of us who are really galvanizing membership drive across the 36 states of this country with our own, hard-earned money, with other persons who are driven also with great spirit of patriotism and volunteerism that continue to support the growth of the party, down from the ward up to the national. We have been doing immensely well, I must confess to you. And 2019 general election is a case study that every Nigerian should know. YPP became less than 1 year. We scored a goal. We produced a senator just within a short period of time. Now in Lagos, the same thing, the last election that just the last election of about some weeks ago, we produced a councillor as well there. That's to tell you that we are doing pretty well, but I'm not here to beat our drum. I'm just trying to tell you that, Sean, we have been doing, absolutely well. If not for anything, I can beat my chest to tell you that the YPP have grown from 0% membership drive, as we speak, to almost about 40% membership drive. And it's a work in progress. And I can assure you that in no distant time, Nigeria is going to get a shocker of the century when YPP again will score another goal. But I'm not going to disclose the strategy or whatever thing we have on ground at the moment. But I can tell you that just keep your eyes on the ball and watch. Very soon you will see the music that will be playing. And the masquerade, the big masquerades will come out to dance well and go home victoriously.
I know you're on the ballot for the Anambra governorship election. Let me come to Mr. Nwosu. Part of the roles of political parties is to get candidates for election, mobilize voters, facilitate governance, do all shadowy process of pressure on ruling parties and all of that. But in the space that you operate presently, what are the hopes of a political party such as yours, if you look at the politics of 2023, for example?
I want to thank you. But I want to go back to about the first question you asked. You see, and I want you to do a more I want the media people to do more critical evaluation of the political parties. I can assure you, if you check how many times the national chairman of any of these other political parties, the kind of activities they do, and then how many times these political parties are involved in running some events, you discover that no party in Nigeria has run as much event as ADC. No party in Nigeria. But what happened generally is that for these parties, I mean, APC has about 18 governors. When all the governors are talking, they say APC governor. When all the commissioners in the states are talking, they say APC governor. When Mr. President goes to Kanu or anywhere, the TVs are following him. They say APC is the president. But when you look at party administration and party organization and party working, you discover that what these other parties are doing is 10 times, much more than what the executives of all these other, that's the so-called two parties. But Nigerians have come to say that they are the same party. You know, that's the PDP and the APC and so on. So I guess the media should be able to inform the Nigerian people the correct situation. The leadership of the party, of any of these other parties, are not doing anything compared to what the other 16 parties, and even the ones that INEC said they've registered, their leadership are stronger than the leadership of the parties in government. And when I say stronger, you can see the loopholes and challenges we have in government. Because those people are just there, dishing out money, hardly showing leadership. But you show leadership when you don't have money, when you don't have resources, and you're able to inspire people to do their work, and so on. So for Nigeria to have the kind of leadership we want in this country, we need to rejig and look at the parties that at times, both the media and everybody want to run down, that they're not doing enough. But when you have almost 600 commissioners, when they speak, they talk about their parties and so on. Having said that, our party, we are doing a lot of activities now. In Anambra State is the brand to beat. We organized the best primary in Anambra State. Everybody is talking about it. In Anambra State, the new third force has emerged. And by the time the process of this election will end, it will be clear that a third force has emerged for the country.
All right.
The leaders of this third force across the country are converging in Anambra State to say this is the direction we want to go, because where we are now is suffocating everybody, including you, Sheung.
Well, I don't know what you mean exactly, but the reason why we're having this kind of conversation tonight, Mr. Nwosu and Mr. Amachree, is the question a lot of people are always asking. Channels Television as an own responsible organization, a media organization in Nigeria, we're trying to give the so-called silent and the unheard voices a voice within the political space. And that's the reason why we're having this conversation. And we're at that point in our nation that we need solution. And those who are in politics, and we're asking the question, what are the solutions from your own political party standpoint? The role of your party in nation building. And let me begin again with Mr. Amachree. What is your party's solution? Because if you say that the ruling party or the main opposition party are not doing well, what are the solutions your party platform, for example, have for the nation?
Thank you, Sean. Very, very important question, and I will answer you. Well, I'm a pragmatist, and I want to tell you that I don't believe in anything third force. I would rather believe in what I would call deforce, THEFRCE, deforce, because there hasn't been even the first force, not talk about second or third. I believe in the force. Now, the force is the YPP. I can assure you that the political consciousness in the minds of Nigerians now has awakened. It has really working to an extent that people are beginning to advocate for a paradigm shift. This paradigm shift is not even just being championed by YPP. It is being championed by the critical stakeholders of the business of nation building in Nigeria, which is the electorate. Now, what we are providing is a platform. Now, back to the question you're asking is, we have an alternative to this, and the alternative is what? We are providing a platform that will stand as a platform to ignite a revolutionary movement through the ballot, not by guns. And then coming up with leaders and also politicians without greed that will champion the cause of governance for a greater Nigeria of our desire. Because, why it is so is because, the truth of the matter is that you cannot be a House of Assembly member or a rep, even a local government chairman or councillor, without coming, under a platform of a political party. And that's why we believe that to deepen our democracy more, we must give priority to leadership recruitment process, which it is the political parties actually that go through that exercise in ushering in leaders. So why we feel that that process must be given priority, and then we decided to say, let the YPP be the real deforce that the Nigerians need, where both the youth, even the elders, we have progressive persons in Nigeria today. They are not youth, but they are progressive in mind, mentally. So we will consult with them, ask them of their ideas, so that we can actually, because the truth of the matter is that what Nigeria is facing today, the political injury that we are facing today is a self-inflicted injury by us and the people themselves. We can't continue this way and continue to cast aspersion and think that all is going to be well. We must come out to join political participation, all right, so that we can right the wrongs.
All right.
We all know that the present status quo has not provided anything politically. I am telling you that the only solution to our political liberation is to begin to come out. Nigerians have to come out in mass, both the young and the old, progressive persons, including the youth that must be progressive too. They must come out and begin to think about the rebirth of Nigeria.
All right, because Mr. Amachree, let me bring back Mr. Nwosu, because the question on the minds of people is the ideology of some of these political parties, and that will also come up again when we start talking about 2023 politics. And of course, the conversation has even in fact started. From your own standpoint, Mr. Nwosu, the leadership recruitment process is very critical. 2023 is going to be a make or make, I won't say make or ma, process in the life of this nation. What would you suggest, or what do you think is very critical at the heart of the kind of leader that Nigeria needs for 2023?
Oh, thank you. You know, ADC, we are doing so much. Number one, if you get to ADC, we are like a leadership institute. The ADC office is a campus, the ADC Global Campus. What do we do there? It's almost a learning center. On daily basis, we have conferences, we have our academy that is going on. What are we doing? We're trying to inspire the youth. We're trying to inspire women. We are daily trying to mainstream women, youth, people living with disability. And we're not just preparing them to gain political power. We are educating them to have the skills. Because for ADC, we believe we are a progressive party, and we say complete transformational leadership. Our country cannot continue going in the path it's going now. We are evolving a system where the leadership capacity, the quality of the persons we present to lead at any time are people that can fit into, align with our vision of providing the transformational leadership that can make Nigeria a superpower nation within the next 20 years. That's why you see our vision clearly. We want to move the country from flawed elections, from political talks like this, to action-packed activity, transformational activity that will grow our country to become a superpower within the next 20 years. Therefore, creating opportunities for everybody and taking our young people out of the street. Complete employment.
Mr. Nwosu, apologies to interject. We need to take a quick commercial break.
Education.
Sorry, apologies. We need to take a quick commercial break. We'll come back and continue the conversation. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
The Budget Office of the Federation, BOF, will commence on Monday, August 23, 2021. The training on the GIFMIS budget preparation subsystem will hold physically in Lagos and Abuja, while from MDAs from other zones, it will hold virtually. A maximum of 6 participants per MDA are required to register by an authorized official from MDA. Have a functional laptop with internet access to register participants. Go to BOF website. For inquiries, please call the Budget Office Help Desk on 0800-225-5263. Ben Akabweze, Director General, Announcer.
Thank you so much, everyone. I've been speaking with two national chairmen of some of Nigeria's opposition political parties, the ADC and the YPP. Let's wrap up the conversation, and I'd like us to do it in this manner. It's about 2023 politics, the kind of leader Nigeria needs as the president. Let me allow Mr. Amachree quickly to intervene before we get the final or the closing thoughts from Mr. Nwosu. What is the kind of leader, or who is the kind of president that Nigeria needs in 2023?
Thank you very much. The YPP had continued to remain resolute in advocating. I want to use one formula which I will call the 3 T's. We have 3 kind of leadership. One you call the transformational leadership. You also have the transactional leadership, and you have transitional leadership. But the YPP always maintained her ground that we will always stand to see how we can bring forth to Nigerians the real transformational leaders that we desire in this country. So I'm telling you that the only way forward is when we look inwards and tell ourselves the truth. And I throw this back to the electorate as well, to see this as, you know, a kind of partnership project that they also must be involved in ensuring that we break away from this, you know, leadership quagmire that has bedeviled our country today. I am of the opinion that Nigerians, if they come out in their numbers, through the ballot revolution that we have always continued to preach in YPP. We launched the YPP ballot revolution, you know, mantra, and it's already yielding a lot of results. Lately, we won an election in Lagos. For me, it's actually a goal to me. Going forward, Shenwu, I want to stand firm that the only kind of leaders we need today in Nigeria must be transformational leaders. And I am going to tell you this. Before, I didn't want to tell you, but let me reveal a big secret to you this night. Very soon, for you to know that the YPP will have a short-term, mid-term, and long-term projection. The YPP already, we are going to launch very soon what I will call Project 469. Project 469 means we want to be practical in our ambition. We know, not that we can't win the center seat, which is the presidency that a lot of people are eyeing. But we want to go with from the realistic point of it.
All right, let me, because we need to wrap up now. Yeah, let me allow Mr. Nwosu's final thoughts. The kind of leader, the kind of president Nigeria needs in 2023. Just in a minute, please. We need to go.
Thank you. You know, you look at the party, their past and their present, you can know where they're going. The first person that ADC ever presented to be the presidential candidate was Professor Patu Tomi. We are building a brand. We are building a party to transform Nigeria. After that, the next person was now late, Professor Nwosu. And then the third person, Dr. Ahmad Mani Ibrahim. Then the fourth person is May Lafia, the former deputy deputy governor of CBN. So we are serious about what we preach. You look at the character of our elected persons. Leadership is a work of character. Leadership, when you have the heart in alignment with the mind and the soul, you get the best that will touch the life of people. Leadership is about people. Therefore, when we talk about transformation, you know, people can use words. When you talk about transformational leadership, you're talking about knowledge-driven persons. People who work with ideas, knowledge, and, a clear identity of
gentlemen, we need to leave it at that because we're totally out of time. But I must sincerely thank both of you. It's an opportunity to hear from the parties that you probably don't hear every day on your TV. Mr. Ralph Nwosu is the national chairman of the ADC, and Mr. Bishop Amachree is the national chairman of the YPP, both opposition political parties in Nigeria. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on tonight to share your thoughts.
I appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
But that's our show for today, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Kimale. Bye for now.